Okay, everyone, we got another Rumble for Lee, and he's dedicating this to his friend Eddie. So shout outs to Eddie. We got another good one, another great setup. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And we're gonna kick things off with Luigi. Luigi's our first person here, and we got a great cast here. Picked by Lee, and he's dedicating this to his friend Eddie. And this is kind of like I'm in between, finishing the tournament, so I just need stuff. So Lee had this request, and I am granting his request. So we're kicking things off with Luigi. And we'll see who number 2 is. And what I've been thinking about doing, and probably by the time you see this, I may have already done it, is thinking about starting King of the Ring. I think King of the Ring is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know where I'm going to start at. I could start it on this game, but I did lose a couple accounts on this one, but none of the Rumble accounts. I didn't lose any of those. Marcus Phoenix is here. It's kind of a shame we got some generic entrances for this one to start things off. Usually we get epic ones, but I didn't. I chose. They all come out at random, so that was out of my control. And usually I don't go in and set up the entrances because it's already enough work putting them all in and downloading them all. But I have had this roster for quite some time. So Luigi versus Marcus here, and this is Gears of War versus Super Mario, or Mario and Luigi. So that's pretty crazy. A little bit of a big difference there between the two. I'm a big Gears fan. I grew up on Gears, and poor Marcus Phoenix he just got owned. As soon as I praise these people, they just mess up every time. And the Hound is number 3. I always love the scene with him wanting his chicken. So good. Such a great scene. He's like, I think I'll take 2 of those chickens now. I can't repeat everything he says. He uses some choice language that I'm not going to use. Like some really bad language, not just regular language. There's a certain word he uses in that scene. But, I love that scene. If you've ever seen Game of Thrones, it's season 4. He's trying to protect Arya Stark. And such a great scene. And there's this guy in the scene, and he's a jerk. He's already, I think, done some stuff earlier on in the show. I remember what he did now. But for you not to like him, and then he makes matters worse when he confronts the Hound. So and Andy Taylor is number 5. I like the Andy Griffith Show. I know it's an old show, and it's very, watching it now, it's like, wow, this show is so, very old show. But, I mean, it's still good. I still enjoy it. It's not my favorite show, but I think it's a good family show. It's a really good family show. Andy Griffith's a great character. I don't like Otis. I think he's the town drunk. I don't like him. But, I love I think Family Guy was the show that did it, where Opie was throwing rocks and he hit someone in the head. It's like, I think they made fun of that show. But, it's a pretty good show. I wouldn't, watch it, all the time, but my parents loved it, and my whole family loves that show. My whole entire family loves that show. And I can watch it if they're watching it, but I'm not going to go out of my way and watch it. It's still a great show, though. I like some of the classics like Sanford and Son, All in the Family. Some of that's really good stuff. And we got the Thane in here. Thane's in the house. We got, who's that? Black Panther? Yeah. We got Black Panther 2. Got some Marvel Carnage. So Lee made some good picks for Eddie, for sure. And Sub-Zero's number 8. You're either a Sub-Zero guy or a Scorpion guy. Some people like other people, though. But usually, at least 50% of Mortal Kombat fans either love Sub-Zero or love Scorpion. It's one of the two. And I'm more of a Scorpion fan, but I like Sub-Zero a lot, too. Sub-Zero is a great character. He's definitely in my top 10. He may be in my top 5, but if he was in my top 5, he's like number 5. If he is in my top 5. I would have to really sit down and think about it. I've made it clear throughout the years that, Scorpion's my number 1 and Cabal's my number 2. But then from then on out, who's in the top 5? I think it's a discussion between Johnny Cage, Noob Saibot. I think we could put Sub-Zero in that discussion. I like Jackie Briggs a lot. So, Melina would be in the discussion. Baraka could be. I'm trying to think of any other ones. So, I just love those characters. I can't really think of anybody else. I'm trying to think of who all I have, like all those figures, a lot of them. But my biggest regret is I didn't get Johnny Cage, the Mortal Kombat 11 Johnny Cage. That was a bummer. Or it wasn't Mortal Kombat 10, one of the two. I really wanted that one, and I just didn't buy it, and then it went up in price, and now I just can't get it. It's too high. But I got tons of Mortal Kombat figures, and there goes Luigi, so the thing just threw him out like he was nothing. He definitely didn't eat a mushroom, because the thing just manhandled him. We got Nikolai in the house, my boy. Thank you for saving me. Love that guy. Every time I save him, it is just like, it's like saving your best friend. That's what it's the equivalent of. It's just something about Nikolai, man. He's become iconic on here because people love it when I talk about him. At least some people do. I'm sure some people are getting tired of him. And Carnage is done. Sub-Zero done. The two we started off with are already out, which is normal. Thing. And Crossbones is number 10. So we got Crossbones in the house, and there goes Andy. So, yeah, Andy's done. He can't handle Nikolai. Can you imagine Nikolai in the Andy Griffith show? That would be fantastic. He's a guest star on the... They need to make Andy Griffith the video game. That would be hilarious. I can't even imagine Nikolai or Captain Price on the Andy Griffith show. That would be so funny. And Kingpin's number 11. So yeah, Lee always puts together a good roster. Of course, our roster is flawless on here. What I got on here, it's just a miracle, and I'm trying to enjoy it for as long as it lasts because I already lost the CTL account. I think it crashed or something. I lost that account. I think I lost another one. But I still have the 200 counts. I still have them for now. But I don't know if maybe it crashed because I turned it off at the wrong time or what the deal was. But I still have these 2 accounts. But someday I may not. So I'm trying to enjoy these 19 Rumbles for as long as we got them because I can't make these people. They're very difficult. A lot of them are. A lot of these people took hours. I don't even know how you make the thing. That looks so hard. And Link is here. certain people aren't as hard. Like Kingpin, that wouldn't probably be that hard. But then some people are just like so extremely difficult, like the Xenomorph and Predator and the Thing. All those are, they would be hard to create. And the Watcher is number 13. He watches everything. And look at Kingpin here going after the Watcher. And Dr. Roxo is 14. Oh, Dr. Roxo, man, he is such an oddball. I remember seeing, Metalocalypse is, some of the shows on Adult Swim are just too much for me in certain scenes and stuff. And Dr. Roxo is just so gross, but he's so iconic because, like, it's just the creativity of that character is so well done, but at the same time, I just think he's very gross. There's a lot of Adult Swim characters that are just super gross. He's one of them. I don't like Murderface in Metalocalypse. He's my least favorite. I like the blonde-haired guy. And I like Nathan Explosion. Those two are my favorite. And Toki. Toki's really cool. I don't like Pickles and I don't like Murderface. But I like the other three. And there goes Link. And, like, I feel like, I know that show is a hit and stuff, but there's, like, certain aspects of that show I wish I could have did the writing on, because, first of all, I don't like the 15-minute runtime. I know Adult Swim does, like, oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing that, Kingpin just went right through Link, because if that would have really landed on Link, he would have been dead. 500 pounds of Kingpin landing on your head. And number 17 is the Scarecrow. Scarecrow coming in at 17. One of my favorite Batman villains ever. If I can't pick the Joker, I'm picking Scarecrow. Everyone's going to pick the Joker. Joker's the GOAT, in my opinion, of Batman villains, probably of comic book villains in general. But Scarecrow's my number 2. I love any character that uses fear as a weapon. Even though I'm not a biggest Pennywise fan ever, kind of not a big fan of him. But I do like characters that use fear as a weapon. I know he does that too. And Doraemon is number 18. We got Skrillex in the house too. My boy Skrillex. Man, I was listening to some of his music the other day, and it came out in 2010. 14 years ago. That's just insane. I remember listening to it when it first came out in high school, and it was like the craziest thing ever. I remember the first day I heard Skrillex. It was in an art class. And there goes the Watcher, so Scarecrow eliminates him. We got Kit Fisto, and Peacemaker he wasn't even in here long. We got Kit Fisto at number 19. Oh, Kit. The guy that lasted 3 seconds against Palpatine. So, he got second place. He got tied up. That's why he lasted so long. He got tied. I love that scene. Palpatine just basically, I've talked about it 100 times. He shreds the first 2 guys within 1 second. And then he gets in like a duel with Mace Windu, and there goes Skrillex. He gets in a duel with Mace Windu, And Kit Fisto just gets, caught up in the middle of the fight. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he just gets sliced, but at least he got to live for 3 more seconds than the other 2 guys. The other 2 guys died instantly. It'd be like I know Palpatine's a Sith Lord, but it'd be like the other 2 guys would at least be a little bit more prepared when he jumped up. I mean, I guess if he's that fast, I guess they couldn't. I mean, they're Jedis, though. And Kit Fisto's he didn't last long again either. Poor Kit Fisto. He can never get a break. And not only that, his hair looks like bananas. That's another thing I would like to mention. I can imagine the paddle ones, or whatever they're called, trying to grab his hair thinking it's bananas. Of course, it doesn't look like it in this game, but if you watch Star Wars, it does. I feel sorry for some of the Jedi, and I kind of think I know why they made up the rule that you can't be in love. Because some of the Jedi are just so homely that they basically made that rule up so they wouldn't get jealous. That's what I think. Because, you got Camel Humphead. I forget his name. And then you got Giraffe Neck. He's another Jedi. It's like his neck is so long. It's like he sits at the council. I've never seen him fight or anything, but they're just so homely. That's why they made that rule up. Yeah, that one guy's got like a camel hump on his head. And there goes Leatherface. Wow, Trevor eliminates Leatherface. And I hope Eddie's enjoying this, Lee. I hope he's enjoying it. Lee requested that I dedicate this to his friend Eddie. So. And I was kind of, in between tournaments. I needed something. So I was glad he put out this request. He's put out some other requests too that I haven't gotten to yet. And we'll just have to get to them when we get to them. Because I have a lot to do. So this is the perfect time to do a 2K19 one. Because especially, I got at the time I'm doing this, I got Clash at the Castle. That's the big event that I have. And then I'm also thinking about doing King of the Rings. And Garaz is number 23. I don't care how you pronounce his name. I don't like him. So, I hope he gets eliminated quickly, because me and him have bad beef. After what he did to me one time on Mortal Kombat. I have not forgotten about that. And Scarecrow could be in trouble. Garrus, is that his name, Garrus? I don't care. I don't care. He's goofy. That's what I'm going to call him, Goofy. He's a goofy character anyway. And number 24 is Mario, so it looks like he won't be saving Luigi, because Luigi was poor one. I actually like Luigi better. I don't know if that's a popular opinion. I'm sure most people like Mario, and I'm glad Goofball is eliminated. Scarecrow got rid of him. I'm actually surprised Scarecrow didn't get eliminated when he did. I mean, when he was on the ropes. I thought he was done. And 23 is 25. I need to get some glasses. Jimmy Neutron. I went to the DMV recently, and they had to give me an eye test, and they said I barely passed. So I didn't think I passed at all, but I'm glad I passed, because oh man, that's the last thing I need. I mean, I don't mind wearing glasses, but the thing's been in here for a while, by the way. I don't mind wearing glasses, but there's always this one moment in my life. I was playing tag one time, and this girl pushed me down, and I fell on my face and scraped my face up. And I remember the moment before she pushed me down, my mom said, "I want your glasses since you're running around. You could fall and get glasses shatter in your eye and stuff." And luckily, my mom did that, but I always think about that now. Every time I consider glasses, what if I would fall or something like that? But she did push me very hard. It wasn't like I just fell. And, yeah, I was so, oh, man, Thane got saved. I was so ticked off about that, too. Oh, man, I was so angry. And Borat's in the house. Great. Someone needs to throw him out. And the Thane's doing good. I think the Thane's the one to beat. We got Vault Boy here. Jimmy Neutron just took out Trevor. And Borat eliminates Mario. Sacha Baron Cohen, he's really funny, but he's very gross. He's extremely gross. Like, there's a couple movies he's done that I won't watch because they're just too, like, gross for me. I have watched Borat, and I have seen The Dictator. But that's all I've seen. I didn't watch any of his other movies. I know he was in Les Mis, and he's been in some serious roles also, but I think he was in Sweeney Todd. And I remember some of the stuff that he's done. It's just the one of the funniest scenes in Borat is when he first comes to America or whatever, and he has a hotel or an apartment or something, and he literally puts his hands in the toilet and washes his face off. That scene was hilarious. But then it gets really out of control. But there's parts of it that are funny. But I'm surprised he hasn't been arrested, to be honest with you. I'm sure he's had legal trouble. Well, I know he has. I don't know if he's lost those cases, but he definitely got sued. And the Sentinel's number 28. And there goes Borat. So the Thane's not going to put up with his crap. Thane is definitely not putting up with that. And Jimmy Neutron's in trouble. And somehow Jimmy survives. Jimmy's big. Jimmy must have grew up. And he became a power forward because I've never seen Jimmy. I don't know why they made him so big. And I think we have his dad on the other account, don't we? Or we did at one point at least. Or maybe they made him later on. I forget. But him versus the Sentinel. I want to see that. And Broly's 29. So we got some super heavyweights in here at the last moment. And Scarecrow doing really good. I'm really rooting for the Thing, though. And the Thing with another nice elimination. He's gotten a couple here. And I think Vault Boy's done, yeah. Poor guy. Never stood a chance, and Scarecrow's probably going to join him. Yep. I'm really hoping the Thing can make it. But I have a feeling it's not going to happen. But yeah, he's done. Ah, man. That's a bummer. That is an absolute bummer. And this is going by quickly. I hope Eddie's enjoying this. It's been pretty good, though. Who knows? We've had a couple standouts here. But aren't we on 30 now? Already? And, yeah, he's dead. Number 30's dead. There's no way he survives this. No way. Yeah. Player 1's dead. He just went for a kick and he might be, I'm surprised he didn't get eliminated just now. Yeah, I love Squid Games. I cannot wait for Season 2. I think we're getting it this year. We're getting a lot of shows this year. At the time I'm doing this, Boys Season 4 came out, so I'm going to watch that actually tonight. Which I'm looking forward to, except for the gross parts. Because there is some gross parts in that show that I don't even like. And when I say I don't like them, that's pretty bad. Yeah, player one is just, he has no chance in this, and I know he's very smart. But, being smart only gets you so far in the Rumble. I mean, he's going up against Super Saiyan Broly and Jimmy Neutron, which is even as smart or smarter than player one is. Because player one's a smart guy, and I love the character. The character's really well done, really well written. I wish Star Wars could take notes, or Disney in general could take notes from South Korea shows, because they have some great writing in their movies too. Oh man, Jimmy didn't expect that, and poor player one, he is just trying to get a grip on Broly, and it is just not going over well. I'm surprised he's still in it. And he's number 30. He's going to need all the 30 he can get. Oh, yeah, no, sweep. Really? Yeah, look how it turned out for you. This may be elimination here. Yeah. I knew that was coming. Yeah, he is flying out of here. Wow. He's definitely going to need a hip replacement after that. And we are down to 2, and I'm surprised these two have really stood in strong against one another. And the final 2 really good. Of course, Jimmy Neutron's been using steroids for sure. There's no doubt about it. He's as big as Shaq is. Oh my goodness, I thought he had it. That was a great clothesline, though. Good attempt by Jimmy. This has been made it a little bit longer for this final showdown, and I don't know how far this is going to draw out. Hopefully it's not a Goldar and a Rubius Hagrid thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was torturous. And what made it even worse was, it was me and my friend that did that. We did that one, and it was like, this is so embarrassing because it's taking his time too, not just my time. And it drug out, and we got a good laugh out of it. And it made me upset. But we'll see how far these two can drag their fight out. This might actually go longer than I anticipated. Yep, it starts off where you can't drag them to the ropes. And goodness, here we go. Most of these are pretty short, but... And look at Jimmy dancing. Really, Jimmy? Dance after it's over, you bum. It's that big head of yours. Imagine him in the big head rumble. Oh, my goodness. But I hope he's enjoying this. It's definitely interesting. Jimmy just got thrown around. But someone's going to have to make the big move. Who's going to pull it off? I have no idea. And uh-oh, Broly's in trouble. Oh, he countered it. I thought it was done. I thought it was done, and he counters. And now Broly's going to try this. He couldn't get a grip on him. Really? You're Super Saiyan Broly. Come on. Now, it looks like they're having a hard time again. And if they think they're going to get paid by the minute, that's not how it works. You're salary employees. You're not getting paid by the minute, guys. So quit dragging along. We know that you're doing this on purpose. You're not fooling anyone here. And you're not going to get tips from the crowd either. There is no tips allowed. You want a tip? Plant your crops early. How about that? That's a tip for you. And Broly just throwing Jimmy around again. Come on, guys. Get with it. It doesn't matter who's winning. Neither one of you are going. So if you're trying to protest the fact that you're not going to be going to WrestleMania, it doesn't matter. And look, once again, trying to drag to the ropes. Oh, my goodness. I kind of hate when this happens because it's kind of glitched out. But there's only so much I can do here. I'm going to let it go for now and see where it goes because we did have potential eliminations earlier. But they cannot drag to the ropes, that's for sure. So they're going to have to Irish whip to the ropes. And uh-oh, there we go. Wow, and a good counter. So that was an attempt, but these two, I don't know who's going to win this thing. They're just really fighting it. They're acting like it's an actual, not an exhibition match. Jimmy! Oh, what a clothesline. What a clothesline by Jimmy. He's going to take it. What a performance. Broly really choked in that one. Of course, I think he glitched out where he couldn't drag anybody, but he threw Jimmy around by the hair all the time. Basically bullying poor Jimmy. You know, Jimmy Neutron on steroids. It's Jimmy Steroid is what it is. I've never seen Jimmy he grew up all right. But, yeah. Yeah, you can act like you're exhausted. Don't point. No, you're not going to WrestleMania. Quit pointing at that sign. I'll bend that finger back like Pete Dunne. You want me to become Pete Dunne? Point at the sign again. Point at it. I dare you. I'll bend that little finger back. Yeah, okay. You want to be smart, Alec? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, Lee. And Eddie, I hope you enjoyed it also. It was really good. Really good. And it actually took longer than usual. Usually it doesn't take this long, but Jimmy Neutron and Broly had to, play around. So, but anyway, it was good overall. I was really impressed with the Thane. I thought he had a great performance. Scarecrow actually did really well too. I was actually surprised at how long he made it. But yeah, pretty good overall. And we'll have more of these as long as I have these accounts. A lot of people love these. They love the old school games. They don't like the newer ones. So we're going to continue to every once in a while go back to this. Relive the past a little bit, the good past. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Lee, Eddie, hope you guys enjoyed it also. I'll see you all later.